Absolutely. Yeah. And I'll just say a little thing about this, because this is an extract, like I said, that has been in all of my presentations this year. But this is also one of the very few extracts I used in my PhD over 20 years ago, because I was writing about conceptions of moral community. And I found it really hard to believe that philosophers were entrenched in what Midgley calls a game of entrance tickets, and she does that in her paper, Philosophizing Out in the World, this idea of we have to think very, very carefully about who becomes a member of the moral community and the boundaries of the moral community in terms of who can operate within one. And I remember feeling and when I say childlike, I don't mean this in a derogatory sense, I felt quite childlike and almost quite silly when I used to say to my professors, or when I used to kind of want to argue that, well, this is ridiculous because we are in a moral community. So this idea that we've got to kind of make very clear as philosophers and moral philosophers who's included and who's not included. Well, and so this was a quote that gave me a lot of courage as a philosopher writing and trying to flesh out ideas about ways we might conceptualize moral communities. And so I owe so much to Midgley for that, for keeping me going on a project where I was told regularly this won't work. But also it's just a real reminder of so many concepts and ideas that we have as being fixed, and where Midgley gives us the courage to say, well, there could be another way, or we could kind of really think about that in a very new and creative way.